Mermaids are real, ancient beings, hiding in the depths of the ocean. You think mermaids are just a myth, old sailor tales meant to entertain children. What if I told you that mermaids are real, but they're nothing like the beautiful, enchanting creatures from fairy tales? What lurks beneath the ocean's surface is something far more ancient and far more terrifying. Stories of mermaids exist in every culture across the world. But here's the strange part. All the descriptions are eerily similar. Elongated limbs, webbed fingers, lidless, black eyes, perfectly adapted for the dark depths, skin covered in smooth scales, or a mucus-like substance, like deep-sea creatures, a hypnotic, unnatural voice that can lure humans. How is it possible that civilizations that never had contact with each other described the same beings? Maybe because they actually saw them. The government is hiding their existence. In 2012, a classified report from NOAA, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, was leaked. It contained evidence suggesting that unknown humanoid creatures had been detected in the deep ocean. Shortly after, the report was scrubbed from all official websites. NOAA dismissed it as a mistake, but they never explained what the report actually contained. Now think about this. 95% of the ocean remains unexplored. We know more about outer space than we do about the depths of our own planet. Maybe because there's something down there we're not supposed to find. Strange sounds from the abyss. In 1997, researchers detected a massive underwater sound in the Pacific Ocean. It was so powerful that it could be heard from thousands of miles away. They called it the bloop. But here's the unsettling part. Scientists confirmed that the sound was biological, meaning it came from a living creature. Yet it was far too large to belong to any known animal. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, the sound stopped. Years later, in the same region, another sound was recorded. But this time, it wasn't just noise. It sounded like voices. A deep, echoing language, one that no human could understand. Nothing known to science can produce sounds like that. So what was it? The terrifying accounts of sailors. You think mermaid stories are about romance? Think again. The real legends of the sea are filled with fear. They knocked against the hull of our ship. We saw their eyes under the water. They mimicked our voices. When someone jumped overboard, they never came back. In 1493, Christopher Columbus himself wrote in his journals that he had seen creatures in the ocean. But his description was nothing like the mermaids of fairy tales. He called them hybrid creatures with humanoid and fish-like features, but with a predator's face. If mermaids are just a myth, why were thousands of sailors across the world afraid of them? Underwater cities and ancient civilizations. All over the world, archaeologists have discovered submerged cities that are thousands of years old. But there's something strange about these ruins. They contain no human remains. It's as if something lived there, but it wasn't human. In 2021, researchers studying Japan's Yonaguni Monument, an ancient submerged structure, found carvings on the walls. The strangest part? The markings didn't match any known human writing. Some scientists suggested that the carvings looked like imprints of webbed hands. Who left them? Modern encounters. They're still here. The legend of mermaids isn't just ancient history. They're still being seen today. 2009, Israel. Multiple fishermen reported seeing a silver-skinned humanoid creature surfacing near their boats. The local government even offered a $1 million reward for proof. But within weeks, all reports were removed from the media. 2013, Africa. A construction team working on a dam in Zimbabwe refused to continue after multiple workers vanished near the water. They claimed that water people were responsible. 2018, Russia. Divers in Lake Baikal reported seeing strange humanoid beings in metallic-like skin swimming at impossible speeds before disappearing into the abyss. If mermaids are a myth, why do so many people keep seeing them? Mermaids aren't a myth. They're evolution. There's a scientific theory called the aquatic ape hypothesis. It suggests that early humans may have once lived in water before evolving on land. But what if not all of us left the ocean? What if mermaids are not mythical creatures, but a surviving branch of intelligent beings that adapted to life underwater? Maybe they're watching us, studying us, just as we study the creatures of the deep. What if we're the strangers here? 70% of the Earth is covered in water. We call it our planet, but what if we're wrong? What if we're just visitors? What if the real inhabitants of this world never left the ocean? And what if they're finally ready to come back?